Hi there, I'm Johnny Ryder with Lyons Manufacturing, and I'd like to talk to you today about our product, PatchCrete. PatchCrete is a two-component concrete repair product that is the most versatile product you will ever use. You can stamp it, stain it, color it, use it horizontally, vertically, or overhead. PatchCrete is 6,000 PSI. It'll go from feather edge to 1/2 inch neat, and if we add pea gravel to it, it'll go up to 2.5 inches. When we add pea gravel to a 45-pound unit of PatchCrete, we're going to go 22.5 pounds per bag of clean, washed, dried pea gravel. That's going to add strength to the PatchCrete and allow us to go thicker. Using PatchCrete, we want our concrete to be clean and dry and free of any dust, dirt, oils, anything that may hurt us with a good, clean, sound bond. When using PatchCrete, there are two different ways to bond. We could use a scrub coat, or we use our P100 primer. A scrub coat, we want our concrete to be damp with no standing water. That is called SSD, which means saturated surface dry. Basically damp with no standing water. So the reason for this is that if it's dry concrete and it's 100 degrees, if we put our patch down, it's going to suck all the moisture right out of our patch, and we're going to have a bond problem right then and there. So what we do is we mix up a scrub coat, which we take some of the PatchCrete liquid. Always put the liquid in first, and then we add a little bit of the PatchCrete powder, and we mix it up until we have a nice little slurry consistency. And we can go over our dampened substrate. This is the only time PatchCrete ever needs to be around water. So we're gonna take our brush and we're gonna scrub that scrub coat into our existing concrete. And we wanna get it down into the pores to ensure a proper bond. Just like that. We've got our scrub coat down, and the most important thing about this is that we need to get our PatchCrete down over top of the scrub coat before it dries. Because if that dries, the scrub coat can become a bond breaker. So I only recommend using this on small repairs that you can do fast. Because if it's hot and the sun's out and the wind's blowing, this scrub coat can dry in about 2 minutes, and then we'll have a bond failure because nothing's going to stick to this. So on any bigger project, we always recommend using our P100 primer. P100 is a one-time re-emulsifiable 60% solids bonding agent. P100 goes down white, the color of the jug, and it dries clear. Normally it'll dry clear in 30 to 45 minutes. In the summer, in the heat, it'll dry faster than that. All right, we're gonna mix up a little more PatchCrete to do our horizontal application. We're gonna add a little bit more liquid so that the PatchCrete itself is a little more flowable. More trowelable consistency, not quite so sticky. PatchCrete is very sticky in itself. One of the most important aspects about PatchCrete, and contractors that are familiar with it all know, if you try to trowel it too much, it'll roll on your trowel. So now we have a good, smooth, trowelable consistency for our PatchCrete. And I'm going to use it like this if I'm going to stamp it. You want it to be nice and smooth, easy to come out. So when we're putting PatchCrete down horizontally, we want it to be nice and smooth, a good consistency. You want to let it set up and get a little firm before we come back and we add some of the PatchCrete liquid and put it on our trowel and to really slick it up. Now we're going over our P100 primer that we've already got down. But see, if you keep troweling it, it's going to drag a little bit. So that's why we want to let it set up, get it where we want it, and then come back and hit it with the PatchCrete liquid. When I talked about going vertical and overhead, we want to hold back on the liquid to keep the PatchCrete a little bit stiffer. Thus, we're adding more powder and trying to get a good stiff consistency with the PatchCrete. PatchCrete likes to be mixed slow. You can mix it in a mortar mixer or with the drill like we're doing now. You certainly wouldn't want to try and mix it in a wheelbarrow with a shovel. So our PatchCrete's had a little time to set up, and we want to reiterate about no water. Whenever you see guys finishing concrete, you always see them blessing it with water, and then they use it as a finishing aid. We don't want to do that with PatchCrete because it weakens it. We want to add our acrylic to the trowel. It also slicks up the concrete and it makes it stronger and more abrasion resistant. We can use it on the vertical applications, the horizontal applications, and it just makes our PatchCrete pure smooth.